Welcome back to the deep dive. Have you ever stopped to think, really think, about family conflicts? Or, those surprising successes, even the tragedies that just seem to come out of nowhere? Are they just random chance?
Hmm. Or is there something else going on, like an unseen current shaping things?
Exactly. What if we could actually understand something like a blood feud, not just as old anger, but maybe as part of a bigger pattern, something woven from past actions, maybe even a kind of cosmic justice?
That's a powerful idea.
Well, today we're doing a really unique deep dive. It's based on a case study called Blood Feud, the flower business.
And the source for this is, well, it's quite extraordinary. It comes from what's described as a dream in a dream explanation by Luang Por, a highly revered Buddhist teacher.
Right, and we should probably clarify that dream in a dream. It's not just, nodding off. In this context, it refers to a state of really deep meditative insight.
Uh-huh. Where an enlightened master can perceive these incredibly intricate karmic connections, past lives, almost like watching a hidden reality play out.
So, through this deep insight, Luangpur was able to detail the complex karmic threads binding this specific Taiwanese family. It's fascinating stuff.
It really is. And the story itself kicks off with a personal spiritual journey. We're following this Taiwanese man, the narrator,
Okay.
who decides to join an international Dhammadayata ordination program in Thailand. And he goes with his brother and his father.
Wow, the whole family involved.
Well, key members. And this decision, this journey, it sort of unlocks everything. So it's unraveling all these deep questions about their family's history, the good, the bad, the triumphs, the tragedies.
And how karma fits into it all.
Precisely the often very surprising ways karma works.
So what you, the listener, are going to discover as we unpack this, it goes way beyond just like a family business dispute.
Definitely. We'll explore how past actions karma actually show up in the present.
Things like betrayals in business that seem totally unexpected.
Yeah. Or personal illnesses that are hard to explain otherwise. And also the incredible power of forgiveness and spiritual practice.
And not just for the living, right? It seems to affect those who've passed on too.
That's a key part of it. The ripple effects are huge.
Okay, so let's dive in. Where does this family's spiritual awakening really begin?
It starts back in 2005. The narrator's older brother finds out about a meditation center.
Just happens upon it.
Seems so.
Yeah.
And through that connection, he hears about this 1-month international Dhammadayata ordination happening in Thailand.
Ah, okay.
And he gets inspired. He manages to convince the narrator, our storyteller, to join him.
So they both go. What's the goal of something like that, even for just a month? Is it just a retreat?
Well, the source emphasizes it's much more than that. The real purpose is, and I'm quoting loosely here, to make the Dharma known and free oneself from suffering.
Okay, lofty goals. How?
Through intense, focused meditation. The aim is deep inner peace and trying to attain what's described as a clear, bright sphere at the center of the body.
What does that represent?
It's often called the inner Buddha, or Dhammakaya. It represents one's true enlightened nature, pure awareness, wisdom.
Got it.
And the point is, even a short period of ordination, if you go in with the right mindset, the right intention, it can be genuinely transformative.
And was it for the narrator?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He said that after the ordination, he just, quote, drastically quit smoking and other bad things.
Wow. So real, tangible changes.
Exactly. Not just feeling good, but actually changing harmful habits. And what's more, he then managed to encourage his younger brother to do the same.
So it spread like ripples in a pond.
Precisely. It shows how one person's sincere practice can really influence others around them.
Was there already a foundation for this? Did the family have Buddhist leanings?
Yes, the source mentions they were instilled with love for Buddhism from a young age, so the concepts weren't entirely new.
Ah, that makes sense. It made it easier to grasp the teachings.
Right. And that foundation is likely why the narrator and his brother were then able to successfully invite their father to ordain too.
The father ordained as well.
Yes, in the very first Dhammadayata novice program held in Taiwan. So it became this really significant family commitment to the spiritual path.
Okay, so we have this spiritual foundation being built. Now let's shift to the business side, blood feud aspect, the flower business. Tell us about the grandfather.
The grandfather sounds like quite a figure, highly educated, an obstetrician, but also a very successful entrepreneur. He owned this thriving flower factory.
And his personality.
Known for being kind, helpful. But there's a complexity here. The source notes he also performed abortions.
Oh.
Yeah, for women who felt unprepared for children. and he genuinely believed he was acting out of compassion.
That's complicated, especially given the karmic implications we might expect.
Exactly. It sets up this tension between intention and consequence that runs through the whole story. His business boomed, his kids became partners. Later, he divided the inheritance equally. Most of the children took their share and invested overseas. Maybe wisely, perhaps.
But not the narrator's father.
No. He stayed. He continued running the factory with a grandfather and eventually brought in his wife's brother, the maternal uncle.
So they were running things.
Right. Business was good, lots of investors. Then, the second uncle, another son of the grandfather, comes back. His ventures abroad had failed.
Ah, okay. Trouble arrives.
You could say that,
Hmm.
because the narrator's father, seemingly out of kindness, sacrificed his position to make this returning brother the managing director.
Oh, wow. That seems incredibly generous, but also risky. From a karmic view, how does that play out?
Well, that's the fascinating part, isn't it? Even an act that looks purely selfless can interact with, past karmic debts or patterns.
And did it?
It absolutely did, after only 2 or 3 years.
That fast?
Yes. The second uncle, the one given the MD position,
Yeah.
he betrayed them. He colluded with other partners. They basically forced the grandfather, the narrator's father, and the maternal uncle out of the company.
Out of the company they built.
The very one.
Yeah.
And this right here is the core of it. It leads directly to that big question. Why do apparently good people suffer like this? Why these betrayals?
So it wasn't just bad business or bad luck. Luampor's insight points to karma. Let's unpack the grandfather's fate first. He got a brain tumor.
Yes, he passed away at 90 from a brain tumor. According to the insight, this illness was karma ripening.
From what?
Specifically, 2 main things. One, from a past life where he hired thugs to beat a business rival on the head, a violent act.
Okay.
And 2, compounded by the karma from performing abortions in his current life, even though, as we said, he thought it was compassionate.
So intention doesn't negate the karmic effect.
It seems the act itself carries weight, regardless of the intention, especially something like abortion. It's complex. His past helpfulness did manifest, though. After death, he became a good-level earth deity, or fumatewa.
A fumatewa, what's that exactly?
It's a type of spirit or deity in Buddhist cosmology, tied to a specific place on earth. It reflects a mixture of good deeds bearing fruit, giving him a relatively positive state, but it doesn't erase all the negative karma.
So kind of like a temporary reward, but the other debts are still there?
Exactly. Merit dedicated to him helps his condition, but more is needed because that abortion karma is still waiting to bear fruit. It could lead to lower realms later, or even experiencing abortion himself in a future life.
Wow, it's like a cosmic balance sheet with things ripening at different times. What about his wife, the grandmother? She suffered quite a bit too.
She did. Diabetes, high blood pressure, a brain hemorrhage, and then paralysis for 5 years before she died at 86.
And her karma.
Primarily attributed to killing animals for food, both in past lives and her present one. It's a recurring theme, this consequence.
And after death.
Because of their strong connection, she went to be with grandfather, also as a fumatewa. Merit helps her too, but like him, she needs ongoing merit dedicated to her to avoid falling into lower states when her current positive karma runs out.
It really emphasizes the need for continuous effort, even for those who've passed.
Absolutely. The connection and the need for support through merit doesn't just end at death.
Okay, let's bring in the maternal grandmother. Her story adds yet another layer, right? Brain tumor and uterine cancer for her.
Yes. Her illnesses were traced back to womanizer karma from a past life when she was a man.
Karma from infidelity, crossing genders and lifetimes.
Apparently so. And then in later life as a woman, there was more specific negative karma. She got so enraged by her husband's mistress
Understandable, perhaps, but...
that she apparently hit the mistress's head with a log and later even hired thugs to attack her. Again, compounded by killing animals for food.
Goodness, so much anger and violence. Her afterlife.
She became a low-level earth deity, initially really struggling because she hadn't accumulated much merit through things like donations during her life.
But merit sent to her helped.
Significantly. It provided her with divine comforts, food, clothing, a better dwelling. It shows how merit can directly improve conditions, even in those subtle realms.
Amidst all this suffering, you mentioned an aha moment relating to the narrator's mother. She also faced cancer.
Yes, uterine cancer, which she recovered from, but then later lung cancer took her life at just 53.
So young, her karma.
Similar pattern. Past life karma related to infidelity as a man and killing animals for food.
But something was different for her at the end.
Profoundly different. Despite the illness, the source says her mind was pure at the moment of death.
Ow, why?
Because of all the merit she had accumulated through her Buddhist practice during her life, that purity of mind, that accumulated goodness was key.
And her rebirth.
She became a goddess with a golden mansion in the Karamaharajika realm. That's one of the heavenly realms, a blissful state. Specifically, in the Gandharva line, often associated with celestial musicians.
Wow. So the state of mind at death is crucial.
Absolutely critical. And she even sent a message back.
A message from the afterlife.
Yes, conveyed through Luangpor's insight. She told her husband and children that she as well has received the merit, and she urged them strongly to make much more merit, as its results are truly real. She'd seen it firsthand.
That's powerful. Experiencing the results directly, it underscores that idea. What you focus on, your mental state in those final moments, can literally shape your next existence.
It's a huge takeaway, a call to cultivate that inner peace and goodness now.
Okay, let's look at the father's karma. He had polio from childhood.
Yes, and difficulty walking. This was linked to a past life as a high-ranking official.
What did he do?
He apparently chained and shackled people who displeased him. And very specifically, he also chained one leg of his pet monkey to a tree.
That level of detail is incredible. The monkey, too.
It shows how specific actions can have specific consequences. The suggested remedy.
Let me guess. Accumulate merit.
Exactly. All forms generosity, keeping precepts, meditation, and dedicating it specifically to the people and animals he harmed. Targeted merit.
He also had that issue with the loan, right? $1 million Taiwanese dollars relatives just forgot to repay.
Yes. And the karmic echo. In a past life, he did the same to others.
So payback, in a sense, can he get it back?
The insight suggests maybe by making merit and specifically wishing for its return, or alternatively, he might become richer in other ways, perhaps spiritually or materially, in a way that compensates for the loss. Karma finds a balance.
It's like these threads connect everyone. Which brings us back to the family conflict, the resentment. What about the maternal uncle? He lost his sister, his mother, got kicked out of the business.
Yes, he was hit hard, became deeply despondent, drank heavily, and held this intense resentment, especially towards that second uncle.
And he had that dark wish, didn't he, about his ashes?
He did. He famously said he wanted his ashes scattered at the factory so he could haunt and take revenge. He's still alive, holding on to this.
But would that even work? Could he become a vengeful ghost?
According to this deep dive, absolutely not. If he dies with that kind of vengeful and angry mind, plus the negative karma from heavy drinking.
The alcohol karma.
Right. His consciousness would be darkened, leading him straight to a great hell, a realm of intense suffering, not haunting the factory. Scattering ashes would be meaningless for revenge.
So vengeance is futile, karmically speaking. What's the actual solution for him?
It's about untangling the knot, not pulling it tighter. He needs to stop harboring grudges, stop the drinking, which is self-harm, accumulate merit, generosity, morality, meditation. That's the only thing, according to this, that can truly improve his situation and cut off those negative karmic cycles. Let go of the anger.
And this connects back to the original business betrayal, doesn't it? The grandfather, father, maternal uncle being cheated wasn't random either.
Not at all. It was direct karmic blowback.
How so?
In a previous life, those three, with the grandfather being the father in that life and the mother being his wife, then they had all conspired to cheat a friend.
And that friend they cheated
Is the second uncle in this life, the one who betrayed them.
Wow. So the victim became the perpetrator, and the perpetrators became the victims across lifetimes.
Exactly. It perfectly illustrates the cyclical nature of this stuff. Retribution just keeps the wheel spinning. Forgiveness is the only way to break the chain.
Okay, shifting focus slightly to the narrator himself and his brother. They weren't perfect either.
No. The source mentions they experimented with bad things, like smoking and breaking the third precept.
Which relates to...
Sexual misconduct.
Right.
So they created their own negative karma.
How do they deal with that?
Same principle applies.
Yeah.
The only way to wash away those misdeeds is to actively accumulate all forms of merit, generosity, morality, meditation, and importantly, to practice Dharma to attain Dhammakaya.
Back to achieving that inner state of purity and enlightenment.
Yes. It's not just about balancing bad deeds with good, but about fundamentally transforming oneself through practice.
This family clearly has deep ties to Buddhism, stretching back lifetimes, it seems.
It does. The father was a supply provider for the monastic community in a past life. The brothers had ordained before. So there's this connection, this merit built with the Sangha, the community.
And now they face choices based on that history.
Right. The narrator, having apparently ordained for life in a past existence, has a strong potential to solidify his monastic path again in this life.
Go for lifelong ordination.
It's presented as a potent path for him. His brothers have options too. Either follow that path or become wealthy benefactors, using their resources to support Buddhism. Both create significant merit.
And the ultimate goal for them as a family.
To keep building merit together and aspire to be reborn in Dusit Puri's special merit field.
Disipuri, another heavenly realm.
A higher one, yes. Often described as a place where bodhisattvas or beings set on enlightenment gather. The idea is they could continue their spiritual journey there together without being separated by different karmic destinations. A really beautiful aspiration.
This whole deep dive into the blood feud, the flower business.
Yeah.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Through this one family story, we see this intricate dance of karma.
Yeah, cause and effect playing out over generations, but also the power of spiritual practice, even short-term ordination, to change things.
In forgiveness. The absolute necessity of forgiveness to break these cycles of suffering that just keep repeating.
So the question for you listening, what really stands out from this whole exploration of karma, family ties, hidden connections? What resonates?
Maybe think about your own life, your relationships. Are there any knots, any long-standing issues that might start to untangle if you looked at them through this lens? The lens of forgiveness, of letting go, and focusing on positive action, on merit? And here's a final thought to leave you with. If our state of mind, right at that critical moment of death, can truly dictate where we go next, what does that inspire you to prioritize right now, today, in your daily life?